Okay, now we're ready to do the other half of the loaf. The first half is poured, and let's see, let me turn the camera around so I can see what I'm doing. But the first half is poured, and it's a layer of blue with the pink and white embeds, and then a layer of yellow with pink and white embeds. So the next layer is going to be blue again, with more of the embeds. I've got those cut and ready to go. And then the last layer that I'm going to put on here is going to be the white on the top, and I'm going to spoon that on, and a little bit of glitter, and then put these taller embeds that I've got cut, put those on there. That'll be the final decoration. So it's going to look really nice. I think it's going to be a nice loaf. Lots of color. I love color. I'm not into, you know, bland. I like lots of color. So, okay. All the oils are ready. I've got those warmed up just enough. It's just warm when I touch the bowl. And the lye water is all, the lye's dissolved. It's clear, and it's also just barely warm, you know, to the touch. So, pour these in here, and we'll start on the rest of the loaf. And I just want this mixed up. I'm not trying to get it to go to trace or anything. I just want it mixed up so I can separate it. I'll have to separate this into two portions. So this is 3 cups. So I'll put a cup and a half in here. A little bit too much, or just a little bit of it back. Okay. So this here I'm going to leave off to the side. This is going to be the white. I'm not going to put any fragrance in it. It's going to be the white that's going to go on the top. And like I said, I don't usually fragrance that because you never know. You know, the fragrance can discolor, even if it, you know, isn't going to turn your soap brown. It could turn it like an off-white or whatever. And I just when I'm you know, want to make the white for the top, I just don't even put any fragrance in it at all. I want to make sure it stays white. But this here is going to be fragranced, and it's also going to be colored blue. Okay, that's at a light trace now. So I'm going to add my blue colorant. Is that a good medium trace? So this off the side, get it mixed in. Make sure everything's colored. Okay. So now I'm going to add these embeds. Oops. Get those mixed in. Okay. Almost forgot, I'm going to have to put the rest of the fragrance oil into this. sit in really good. I should have put the fragrance oil in before I put the embeds, but okay. Now I'm ready to this. Turn it this way just a little bit so you can see better. I'm ready to add this. The rest of the blue in. So this loaf is actually, this is 2 pounds here. What I've got in the mold now. So when I'm finished with it, it's going to be actually about 2.5 pounds. Okay, I'm going to fan the air out of this before I go any further. Okay, it's time to go back, and this is the white that I poured out and saved in the container to the side. It's still very, very thin, not at a trace at all, so I'm going to stick blend that because I really want this to be it's going to have to get pretty stiff to make the topping. So I'm probably going to blend this for a little bit. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I stick blended the white until it was at a heavy trace, and I've let it sit for just a little while. And as you can tell, it's pretty thick. Back this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. See, it's pretty thick. It's probably thick enough for me to go and do my first pass, spooning on the topping. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The dove is singing with the radio. Like a zoo around here. We have a chocolate lab that I found. We've got a lot of dogs that we've found that I've kind of rescued, and his name is Sam. He's a good dog. today he's been a little bit of a pill. He's one that you can't, he doesn't get along with the dogs that I have in the backyard more rescue dogs that we've got. And he's very aggressive. He was never socialized, I guess, as a puppy with other dogs and other animals. So he's very aggressive toward other dogs. He hates cats. We've got a cat. So unfortunately, he has to stay on a leash. He does live inside. He was housebroken. He could shake hands. He was just a very smart dog. He was a very, very smart dog when we got him. I mean, he still is, but somebody had spent a lot of time with him, I guess, trying to teach him different things. But if you let him off of his leash or his tie out, he takes off. He's gone. So he has to stay on a tie out when he's outside in the yard. And he's got to stay on a leash by his kennel when he is inside, because first of all, he's a chocolate lab, so he likes to chew things up. And the second thing is because we have a cat, and that's the other thing he would like to chew up. So, topping on. Looks real pretty. I think it looks really nice. I'm going to put a little bit of the diamond type glitter on the top of it. I call it diamond dust glitter. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what it is. That's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, I'm going to embed these into the soap. Primarily into that top part. It's going to go into that blue layer as well, a little bit. Okay, last piece. Okay, left is all done. I think that's going to be real pretty cut up. And one more right down. Yeah, one more down here. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let me show you the finished product. It's showing up kind of green, but it's not green. It's blue. Let me back up a little bit. Seems like on all these videos, the colors just don't really show up very well. Anyway, that's going to be a pretty loaf when it's finished. So, that's it. I only have, let's see, what, 2 more, I think. 2 more to go. Then I'll be finished for the night. So I will see y'all a little bit later. I'm probably not going to upload all these at one time. I'll do it over a period of several days. Up, stove timer. So I will talk to y'all in a little bit.